Hello everyone, welcome back to online Savi video tutorial on hydrology and irrigation. So in this class we are discussing what is frequency of irrigation. So frequency is defined as the interval, okay, in days between two successive watering. So frequency means, so after how many days, for example, if you have irrigated a particular crop on today, like just an example, if you're irrigated today, then after how many days, so again you need to do the irrigation. So that is first watering and the second watering. So the number of days, the interval between two successive watering, that is in days, it may be 10 days or 20 days, okay, that is called the frequency of irrigation. And here the available moisture means that is the moisture between wilting point and the field capacity. I'll show you a figure next, then you can understand what is available moisture content. That is nothing but AMC. So AMC is the available moisture content. And also we have readily available moisture content, that is the moisture which is easily extracted by plants. Okay, readily available moisture content means, so that is RMC, RAMC. Okay, readily available moisture content. So which is the moisture content which is easily extracted by the plants. And this RAMC, that is readily available moisture content, will be equal to 75% of AMC. The 75% of AMC will be equal to readily available moisture content. So therefore, at any time the moisture content in the soil should be between field capacity and the lower limit. That is, the lower limit of the moisture content is nothing but M0. So always you should maintain the moisture content between the field capacity and the lower limit. And of the readily available moisture content, so you can see in the figure here, so this, the x-axis shows the time and the y-axis shows the moisture content. So you have this, the first line indicates the field capacity, FC, and after that this line indicates the wilting coefficient or wilting point, and the dotted line, so the dotted line indicates the lower limit of readily available moisture content, that is M0. Okay, so the difference, the moisture content between the field capacity and the lower limit is your readily available moisture content. And AMC, that is available moisture content, is the moisture content between field capacity and wilting point. So this is your AMC, that is available moisture content is the difference between field capacity and wilting point. So whereas the moisture content present between field capacity and the lower limit, that is M0, is your RMC. So 70, you can see from the figure itself. So the 75% of AMC will be equal to RAMC, that is readily available moisture content will be equal to 75% of available moisture content. And always you have to maintain the moisture content, that is readily available moisture content. So always you should be having this our readily available moisture content. It should not go below this M0. If it is go below this M0, the plants start wilting and it will die. And here you can see initially once first when you irrigate, so the moisture content will be at field capacity. So for the first watering, when you do the first watering, what happens? The moisture content will be at the field capacity. So once the plants start using the water, so for example you have plant here, so once the plants start using the water, then the moisture content start decreasing like this. You can see the graph. So okay, it will start decreasing like this and it will reach the lower limit, that is M0, lower limit of readily available moisture. So that is the dotted line. So it will reach M0. So once it reaches the M0, then what you have to do? You have to do the irrigation once again. Okay, you should not go beyond this M0, because if it go beyond this, then the plant start wilting. So once it reaches m0, you have to do the second watering so that it will reach again to the field capacity. So that is your second watering. So the interval between this first watering and the second watering is your frequency. So it may take around 10 days, 20 days or 1 month, anything. So that is your frequency. So thus m0 is a maximum level up to which, as I told, so that is a maximum level where in which the soil moisture may be allowed to deplete. So till here only the moisture content can deplete. After this, it cannot go. So once it reaches m0, you have to do the watering so that it reaches to the field capacity. This is the field capacity line. Means it reaches the maximum water content. That is nothing but the required quantity of water. And as I have already told, so once the plants start using the water, the moisture content start gradually decreases, and once it reaches the m0, you have to do the irrigation once again so that it will reach the field capacity. And the frequency of irrigation, so basically controlled by the amount of available water, that is nothing but ANC in the root zone. So basically, so this frequency is controlled by the amount of available water in the root zone of the soil, and also the consumptive use rate. So based on the use of the water by the plants, like how much quantity of water it will be used by the plants. So based on that, the frequency of irrigation will vary. So if it uses early, if the plants uses water early, then you may need to irrigate more early. Okay, and for example, if we consider D is the root zone depth, which is in meters, and FC is the field capacity, and m0 is the lower limit of readily available moisture content. The depth of water, that is DW, to be given during each watering. So how much depth of water you need to supply them during the irrigation. So that is given by the expression dW is equal to gamma D divided by gamma W into D into FC minus m0. So this is the equation to determine how much depth of water you need to supply to the agricultural field. So where gamma D is your dry unit weight of soil, and gamma W is the unit weight of water, and FC is the field capacity, and m0 is the lower limit of readily available moisture content. And here this both field capacity and m0 are expressed in terms of percentages, like ratios. And for example, if we consider CU is the daily consumptive use. For example, the plant is consuming a water of Cu. Daily it is consuming water of Cu. Then the frequency is of watering, that is denoted with the symbol FW, is given by FW is equal to DW divided by Cu, where you will get a frequency in terms of days. So the depth of water supplied divided by daily consumptive use will give you the frequency of irrigation. And also, so when you have to irrigate, that is the time required to irrigate a certain area. For example, if we take T is the time required to apply the water of a depth dW. For example, so to supply dW depth of water, you require T time. Okay, so that you bring the level of water from m0 to field capacity. Okay, so to bring this water from m0 to field capacity level, so you require time T, and the depth of water required is dW. Okay, and the over and that is from the irrigation. So for a field of area, that is A, and if Q is the discharge in the field channel, that is nothing but, so if Q is the discharge in the field channel. So that is, you are supplying dw, depth of water, in a rate of q. You just assume like for an area a, then the time required to irrigate a area a is given by T is equal to a into dw divided by q. So q is the rate of water supply. Okay, but you have to supply a depth of water of dw. So time required to irrigate is given by T is equal to a into dw divided by q, where time you'll get it in terms of seconds. So for example, if area, so here the area is in meter square. So if this area is in hectare, then the equation is T is equal to dw into a into 10 power 4 divided by q. So the seconds you have to that is into 10 power 4 means 1 hectare is 10 power 4. So T is equal to dw into a into 10 power 4 divided by q. So again T is in seconds. So if you want to get a value in terms of hours, then what you have to do is, so you have to convert that second to hour. So that is T is equal to 2.778 into A into dW divided by Q. So this is the time required to irrigate a certain area. So this is all about the frequency of irrigation, how to calculate frequency, that is dW divided by consumptive use, and the time required to irrigate the area. Thank you all. We'll see you in the next class.